When you think of fossils in prehistoric times, what comes to your mind? Many kids probably think of many horrible lizards we know as dinosaurs. Hello everyone, welcome back. Here are some interesting matters to discuss. Dinosaurs still fascinate children and adults alike today. It is so much fun to visualize what the Earth glanced like millions of years ago. Have you ever felt like seeing a dinosaur? What would life be like if Tyrannosaurus Rex still roamed the Earth? We have to discuss questions such as, were dinosaurs the first living things on Earth? Or were the other living animals on Earth before the dinosaurs ruled the world? Dinosaurs did certainly rule Earth for millions of years, but they were not the first to do so. Some animals roamed the world long before they did. Surely life existed for hundreds of millions of years before the dinosaurs, and early life came in many forms and lengths. Some of the most fascinating animals lived during the Carboniferous period. At that time, our Earth was wrapped in hot, humid marshlands and rainforests. These spots were the residence of many large amphibians. One of the strange animals that lived in those marshes was Dinosaurus. What did this animal look like? Just imagine a picture of a salamander that is 3 feet long, now provided a head shaped like that of a boomerang. Currently, you have a good idea of what Dinosaurus looked like. How would you like to run into one of those while traveling through the horrible swamps? Death awaits you. Isn't it fascinating if we say that the world wasn't all large, strange amphibians? There were also giant insects. During this period, Earth's climate had much more oxygen than it does today. This got it to much larger flying bugs. For illustration, Meganeura was a giant dragonfly. It lived in the prehistoric marshes of Earth. Have you ever caught a glimpse of a trendy dragonfly? If so, you know that they can be much larger than a typical insect. However, Meganeura might have been the size of a large bird such as an eagle. If Meganeura sounds like quite a sight, then you would be surprised by Arthroplura. This was a big centipede. It likely extended to sizes of 8 feet or more. And if that's not enough, scientists also think there were spiders the size of cats. Oh my god. Over the period, large serpents or reptiles evolved. Earth came to be hotter and drier. Reptiles bridged the gap between large amphibians and the first dinosaurs. So reptiles are the connective link between the dinosaurs and amphibians. A meat-eating buzzard with a huge sail on its back. One such animal was Dimetrodon. Scientists acknowledge that the huge sail may have been used to help Dimetrodon warm up faster in the morning. This allowed it to feed on other rainforest creatures before they got up and got going. Okay, let's check on Earth's history. As our young planet cooled and thickened into a solid, it was enclosed by a thick, soapy atmospheric combination. Hydrogen and hydrogen-containing compounds are incorporated with oxygen to form the water that came to the oceans, while the carbon-containing compounds, principally carbon monoxide and methane, are combined with oxygen to form carbon dioxide at high stress. All this took nearly half of Earth's lifetime, and it left that atmosphere exhausted of oxygen. Scientists believe that life probably got its foothold in the oceans of the barren planet as blue-green algae and cyanobacteria, organisms that did not need the requirement of oxygen to live. Photosynthesis had not yet been invented by plant life, so the response that maintained these life forms was the blue-green algae conversion of carbon dioxide. These blue algae spread throughout the Earth's oceans. About 1 billion years of further investigation, life came up with its most important innovation, photosynthesis, and so learned to live off the considerable CO2 of the atmosphere plus sunlight and thereby intrude the land masses. Land plants evolved and lived by the reaction. During the Carboniferous period, around 350 to 280 MYA, these plants increased widely, surrounding the land surfaces with dense forests of giant ferns, trees, and plants of all types. Because the environment was rich in carbon dioxide but very poor in oxygen, dead plant material did not disintegrate rapidly, so layer upon layer of it was laid down in thick coverings that would transform over time into coal. It is calculated that each 1 meter thickness of coal comes from the squeezing of a 10 to 20 meters layer of deceased organic matter. So today's 10 meter thick coal seam demonstrates an actual 100 meters of decayed material. Such a dense layer of the decaying matter is something that we do not see anywhere today. Tropical forests today only subsidize a very thin layer of rotting matter because of quick oxidation. Thus, 100 meters thick coatings or layers can only occur if the environment prevents oxidation. This is more strong evidence that the atmospheres in those distant times was rich in CO2, but poor in oxygen. With time, the amount of CO2 steadily lessened, mainly because of the formation and sediment of limestone and other carbonaceous materials. Carbon dioxide was also misplaced by photosynthesis, followed by the residue of carbonaceous substances such as coal, petroleum, peat, oil shale, and tar sands. Yet, this loss was moderately minor. Calculations show that the residue of what are now considered fuel reserves lowered the atmospheric CO2 by less than 1 bar. At the exact time, the concentration of the oxygen gradually rose. These two changes, the decrease in carbon dioxide and the rise in oxygen, thinned the woodlands, and the diseased material began to deteriorate more rapidly, so that the dense layers of dead organics were no longer deposited. Proof of this change in atmospheric situations is that we cannot find any immense coal deposits younger than 65 million years. Dinosaurs were a victorious group of animals that appeared between 240 million and 230 million years back and came to rule the Earth until about 66 million years ago, when a giant asteroid slammed into Earth. During that time, dinosaurs developed from a group of mostly dog and horse-sized animals into the most enormous beasts that ever lived on land. Some meat-eating dinosaurs shrank over time and grew up into birds. So in that sense, only the non-avian dinosaurs vanished. For this article, dinosaurs will direct to non-avian dinosaurs unless otherwise specified. During the approximately 174 million years that dinosaurs existed, the world transformed greatly. When dinosaurs foremost appeared in the Triassic period, 251.9 million to 201.3 million years back, they wandered the supercontinent of Pangaea. But by the period of the asteroid hit at the end of the Cretaceous period, 145 to 66 million years ago, the mainlands were in roughly the same place they are today. Some dinosauromorpha developed into dinosaurs. The distinctions between the two were small, but dinosaurs' anatomy delivered improved advantages, including arms that could move in and out, neck vertebrae that could help stronger muscles than before, and a joint where the thigh bone meets the pelvis. This unique anatomy helped dinosaurs become victorious. Having an upright posture also freed the hands, allowing dinosaurs such as iguanodonts to grasp tributaries and carnivorous relics to claw and kill prey, noted Gregory Erickson, a paleontologist at Florida State University. Ultimately, having free arms allowed gliding then flight in birds, he spoke up. Moreover, dinosaurs were likely warm-blooded, according to a study on their growth rates. When you become a warm-blooded animal, you can operate 24/7, Erickson told Live Science. You're not at the fancies of the environment in terms of being active. Many amazing creatures lived during the dinosaur age, and some are mistaken for dinosaurs. The most common misconception is calling Petrosaurus dinosaurs. They're not. Petrosaurs are winged snakes, and Archosaurs, meaning that they're relatives of dinosaurs, but they're not dinosaurs. The order Crocodilia comprises extinct and living crocodiles and their near relatives. Crocodilians and archosaurs, but they're not dinosaurs. Living crocodilians and birds, which are dinosaurs, are the only surviving components of the Archosauria clade. Initially, dinosaurs were not as diverse as the crocodile-like archosaurs they were living alongside. Brusada noted dinosaurs didn't become too successful right away. The crocs ruled the Triassic, then and the end Triassic extinction hit and the dinosaurs survived and took over. It's why dinosaurs first developed feathers, but they could have been used for insulation to keep dinosaurs and their hatched eggs warm, for a display to use for communication between dinosaurs, such as courtship displays in drifting or powered flight. What else stopped on Earth hundreds of millions of years ago? There are likely tons of creatures left to discover. Do early forms of life interest you? If so, maybe you have a future in paleontology. What new fossils might you dig up? Let's see in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do let us know your answers in the comment section below. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated on such content. See you all in the next video. Until then, goodbye.